And y'all guys thought I was gonna be gone with only one video for the night. Well, no. I had decided to make a second one. And this one is gonna be a doozy. A very big fat doozy. And I'm this video is actually more about the fact of what I did over Christmas vacation and the stuff I have watched and and the top. And yes, I might actually either might or will do a top 10 games I like on this channel right now. So over Christmas vacation, I had went out to my sister's house and I got in a new coat. I got in a new winter coat from my father. While I also got in a hoodie, a new Adidas hoodie for my mother. And I like them both, actually, to be honest with you. But I always like the unboxing I did, of the unboxing video I did of the Nintendo Switch OLED was one of my biggest Christmas gifts I had to give to myself. And both Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl was another one. But let me get back to the Christmas part of things. Yes, I got to spend time with family. Even if it was a bit, I got to spend at least a little, got to spend at least a bit, some time with some of my family members, and I also also got to relax at home. And for part of me relaxing at home, kind of led to me feeling under the weather, meaning I was dealing with, dealing with some issues at that time. And now I'm fine. I'm fine. I've been fine for the last couple of days. Now I'm slowly starting to get back on on the game grind. And I did say in my last video that I was gonna do WWE and fighting game content. Well, I need to pump the brakes on that for a moment. There is another type of content I want to do, and it's a content from a game I've been playing off and on for a while that I just gotten back into with the help with some help. And that means I'm gonna be showing some terror content. Yes, because despite the fact that I might go back and forth on the stuff that they do on terror, I actually like the game. Just that years ago when I was playing it along with my wife who was offline playing terror right I mean on off camera playing terror right now, I had dealt with frustration and stopped playing the game for a while because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. But she convinced me to come back to play through her playing, convinced me to come back to playing. And when I did, I actually finally got to beat the game. But the game's not fully over yet. There's still a lot of stuff you can do. A lot of fun stuff like fishing. You can farm for better weapons and armor, and you can get your other skills. Thank you, Mary, for letting me know that. I should have brought that up first, but that was my mistake. But thank you anyways, Mary. But yes, I will be doing the Apex to get my other skills and yes, you can also get titles in that game too. Now the title like the common titles are easy to get when you beat the game, but it's the ones that you get after beat the game is going to be difficult. Now that is not easy. That joint, the whole game is not as easy as you think it is. I mean, they do change the rules constantly. Every season they change the rules. Sometimes they make it easy, sometimes they make it harder for you. This is actually the easy part now. Now, if it goes to the spring part, we might be I might be in for a difficulty spike. That's gonna make me even that may or may not make me frustrated. Now, I also made the announcement that I was going to Anime Boston in that last video too, in which I am going to stay committed to that. I am going to Anime Boston. As far as I'm concerned about anime and manga content, I will be doing. I will dabble in some anime and manga content, mostly from mostly from manga and anime I have watched and read over the years. Like there's some like because I know. I mean, I'm not the guy that you usually go to for anime and manga content. That's my friend Anime Perk. He does some good ass content. And I know I shouldn't be swearing, but he does some really good content. Go check out his channel. He is coming back strong. He's been coming back strong. He does this stuff. He does this stuff for the love of anime and manga. I mean, just like I do. I do content for the love of video games. And I will give you a little inside story of how a particular NES game, a particular Mega Man game, literally changed my life. To go towards the gaming side of things. And I'm also a figure collector. I am an action figure collector too. Mostly because I have been doing toy. I had done toy hunts and game hunts for a while, and I haven't done it on like it's kind of like another person who I also follow, which is Patty A.S. Poke, who does Free Market Madness at times. I do my own version of Free Market Madness called called Boston Hunts, where I go to particular locations to go looking for toys and video games, and books that I'm really into. Now back to the manga and anime content I might be doing. I know Anime Puck's doing Bleach. He's already directly doing Bleach. I'm up there on Bleach. I have finished the manga. I finished the manga to some extent. I have no, actually no. Technically, let me scratch that. I didn't finish the whole manga. I need to go back and read a couple of more of the volumes I had and all that stuff. So I haven't really fully finished Bleach or like that. But another anime that y'all guys may not be known about, and believe me, this was a sleeper. This was a sleeper until I got to watch it. And I'm talking about GTO. And I'm talking about Great Teacher Onizuka. I grew up. I actually watched the whole manga. I mean, my mistake. Watched the whole anime. Read the original manga, but I haven't read the other ones like Paradise Lost and everything like that. I need to do that. Naruto I had read but fell off. But I've been watching the anime, which I watched it all the way up to Boruto. As far as I'm concerned, yes, I am a Sailor Moon guy. I grew up on Sailor Moon. I watched it when I was younger, and watched the whole U.S. The English dub series, not the other series that is out there and everything like that. Of course, I'm a Pokemon guy. I watched all of the Pokemons recently, except for the current one, which is Journeys or whatever. But but I am one of the many that have played all of the series games so far, in which I actually own Brilliant Diamond, Shaman Pearl, Shield, Sword, and Let's Go Pikachu. And if you want my Switch run code, leave a comment, drop a comment, and I will actually respond to you immediately about it. I also am a PlayStation guy, which I have owned. Now I finally got my holy grail of the PlayStation 4, my holy grail of the PlayStation 4, in my point of view, which is the Days of Play blue and yellow version PlayStation 4. That that version is one of the hardest to get, especially for a decent price like $200. That's not easy to get, and I know I don't have too many games for the four like I used to on physical, but I have a lot of digital. I have a lot of them digital. Like I have games from Call of Duty to Genshin Impact, which I do play. I have played. Terra, um, UFC 3, Tekken 7, which I had gotten it downloaded because I was not going to get another physical copy. I have Mortal Kombat 11 and XL. I have 2K, WWE 2K19 and 20 downloaded. I have Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and 4 downloaded alongside um, Modern Warfare Remastered. I need to get Advanced Warfare, which I have it for Xbox. I have it for Xbox One. Yes, I do have an Xbox One, the big boy, not the S or the X. And I don't even have a series ones, which those I'm not. I wasn't gonna go get those. As far as I'm concerned about wrestling content, well, my all my wrestling content is mostly games. I don't review I don't review pay per views or nothing like that. You have to go to somebody like Wrestling with Regret, um, or Wrestle Talk or anything like that. I'm not. I'm not a pay per view guy. I am a wrestling game guy, and I'll play the games. As far as I'm concerned about the top 10, I'm going to get into the top 10 games that I like of all time. Number one, yes, number one, yeah sorry, a little bit distracted. Number one is the King of Fighters series. From '94 up to current, I always played the King of Fighters series, and I always liked it because my favorite character in is in the game, and I'm talking about Kyo Kusanagi. He's one of my favorites. He's been my favorite. He's been my main ever since I played '94 and everything like that. And I know KOF isn't popular here in the States, but it's popular in Japan and Brazil. And I mean, I know there's a lot of guys that play Street Fighter. I do too. And I like Street Fighter as well, but I put KOF as number one because one I just like I just like characters that have attitude. Number two, surprisingly, number two happens to be the game that I like. Number two, the game that I like happens to be Streets of Rage. The Streets of Rage series from one to four. I have never. I'm gonna be honest. I never played the remake. Why? Because remake is only on PC and and it's not easy to download a game on PC and then try to play it. So I wouldn't. I mean, I know people who have done it. I haven't. So I'm not really somebody who can do all that stuff. But I love the Street Race series from the first one to the fourth one. And I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. I have never beaten the first one at all. I had gotten close to it at one point, and when I last time played it, I got to level 5 and died. Now I have played Streets of Rage 2 and beaten it, both solo and with friends. Streets of Rage 3, I have beaten both solo and with friends. Streets of Rage 4, I pretty much got trophies for almost everybody except for at least probably like one or two people and the classic characters. So I'm gonna have to work on that. Mr. X Nightmare was actually is a good add-on DLC and everything like that. Number three, number three happens to be the Tekken series. I've been playing Tekken since Tekken 2. I didn't play Tekken 1 originally when I didn't play the first Tekken when it originally came out. It took me years later to play it, and I'm gonna tell you, it solidified my love for the Tekken series. And I currently have, like I had said, I currently have Tekken 7. I have almost all of the DLC except for DLC Season Pass 4. I have all season three, all virtually. I had to get some of the stuff for season two separate. I have all season one, and I'm not in a rush to get season four right now. Why? Because I got other games says I have like I don't really play tournaments. I don't take part in tournaments. I had never played a tournament, and never will be. Never, and I doubt I will ever be in a tournament. So that's my 2 cents on anything that is fighting game or wrestling related matters. Number four is Terror. Why Terror is number four? Because one, I don't get to play much RPGs growing up. Like my first RPG, believe it or not, I know everybody's first RPG was Zelda or Final Fantasy. No, my first RPG was Dragon Quest. Believe it or not, Dragon Quest was my first favorite RPG, and I played it and I loved it. So Terra to me is is literally Dragon Quest to me, but with Dragon Quest with a low budget, but with very hard enemies after you beat the game after you get to level 65. And believe it or not, if you ain't going in as a team in a dungeon, you are going to die when you go if you try to solo a boss. It ain't gonna happen. I learned that the hard way when I tried to solo a boss in High Watch and got killed immediately. So number four is Terror. Number five, I'm gonna be honest. Number five, I really don't play too many. I don't really. I stopped playing shooters at. I'm gonna say number five and six. I'm gonna go number five and six because they're both back to back. GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Both of them are my all-time favorite shooters, and I consider them the Babe Ruth and Mickey Mantle of the 64 shooters. They're both legendary for their own reasons. GoldenEye is because one, I'm a James Bond fan in real life. I am into James Bond. I was always a 007 guy. In Perfect Dark, to me, literally, is GoldenEye, but in the future. And the futuristic weapons are amazing. And they even brought back classic GoldenEye weapons too that you have to unlock and everything like that. So yeah, so I give you number five and six together. Number seven is the Sonic the Hedgehog series. The first two, the first three Sonic games I played, I've beaten them. I have beaten all three Sonic games. I did it legitly, but I did it all legitly and everything like that. But if I had to say the hardest ones of the original of the Sega Genesis era Sonic games will be, I would say Sonic. The second Sonic is the hardest. I would say that it's the hardest to beat. Why? Because one, the flipping Ring Fortress Zone is hard. The Death Egg Zone is even Death Egg Zone is literally Ring Fortress Zone with literally on steroids. Meaning you have to fight two bosses back to back in Death Egg with no wings, no nothing, and one hit kills on the spot. Number eight happened to be the Shinobi. Yeah, Shinobi. Revenge of Shinobi and Shinobi 3. But actually, that'd be number eight and nine. But yeah, just like I did it for the GoldenEye Perfect Dark. So I'm doing it for the Shinobi series. So shut the heck up about that, and don't even question me about it. The Shinobi games, I always loved them, and they are yes, they're balls to the wall action, just like the Ninja Gaiden series. But I always grew up. I was a Sega guy. I know my everybody in my family, almost everybody in my family was a Nintendo. I was literally I was always a Sega guy. So imagine the happiness I got when I got my first Sega Genesis and actually prayed to be Revenge of Shinobi on it. Yeah, that excitement. I can always go back and recapture that excitement if I really want to go and do all that stuff. Number 10, which is the last one, and this is a surprise. Number 10 is a big surprise to me and everybody else. Number 10 happens to be the Street Fighter series. Yes, I just like I love King of Fighters. I like Street Fighter, but I put it low because one, I didn't like Street Fighter. I didn't like I I currently dislike I like Street Fighter 5 now, but when it first came out I actually instantly disliked it because they didn't have content at the time. Now they do have good content and everything like that, and I actually enjoy myself playing it. I just have to re-download it and get back to playing it again. Hopefully I run into some people who I really want to beat so badly. But I gave you my top 10 games I like, and I also went along with some content. But talk about content that's going to be possible on my channel, and I also spoke about some my manga stuff that I like. So the only thing you can do now for me is punch that like button, comment, and subscribe because I wouldn't be here without all of you because you all matter to me. And I always say this: denial, anger, acceptance. People live in denial, and their denial turns to anger. But after a while, people learn to accept the fates that they deal with. So please, stay safe, stay cool, be good people, have fun, and don't fall to the dark side. Peace.